Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to talk about the Xhorse key reader here that just came out. I was going to do an unboxing video on it, but there's really no point because all it's in the box is the reader, power supply, and instructions. So really not much to see. And you do have to pair it to your phone or device the first time you use it, which is a pretty straightforward process. And so I'm going to go ahead and power it on. Power button's on the back. Just hold it down. And we'll boot up here. And I've got 12 different key blades here. We're going to just go through and read them all, just basically just see how it does. I've actually got all the bitting written down, so I know what they all are before we start here, so we can check for accuracy with it. And so first thing we're going to do here is we've got it powered up. I'll go ahead and open my app here. Alright, I'm just going to go, now you can actually connect this to your Dolphin too, and you can actually decode the key and send the information right to your Condor Dolphin or your regular Condor. And mine's in my van though. I'm not going to drag it into the house. I have to like unmount it and all that, so we're not going to do that. So first thing we're going to do here is go cut by bidding. And the first key we're going to do is an HU92 BMW Key. And so it's going to try to connect here. So it's got my, okay, no Dolphin. So optical identification is what you're going to click on. And I'll go ahead and hit connect. And the first time you do that, it'll text you a code to bind it to your account, which is a simple process. Now we're gonna go ahead and just hit the button, and drop our key in, and then you can hit the button to close a little lid on it, and we'll hit identify, and it'll actually basically just takes a picture of it. And the bidding on this key is 32342323, and it'll actually send a picture over to the phone too, so you can actually look at it. And then from here, you can also hit cut, which will actually send the information to your Dolphin here, so you can actually cut the key. And we can see this one did decode correctly. It got 32342323. Push the button to let the key out. Now, this next one we're going to do is an HU101. And one thing we're going to notice here, when we try to actually put this key in, it can fall all the way through. Now, if you happen to drop one, there's a little door on the back here that you can drop it out the back if you were to actually drop one all the way in there. And so we'll set this one in here. So we'll go ahead and we'll open it up. And we're going to just put it in, hold it here, and then the door will actually trap it. And so we'll go cut by bidding, search up HU101. And it's a 10 cut key. Optical identification, and go ahead and identify this one here. And we're looking at 2124331355 is what we want for this key here if it reads it accurately. And we got 2124331355. So it's able to read the 10 cut HU101 successfully. Grab the key here. Head over now to an HU56. So we'll drop that in. One thing you can do too, you forget to close the door, the machine will actually close it for you. And go ahead and search up HU56 here. And the bidding that we want on this is going to be 243-11133. 243-11133, so that decoded accurately as well. And go ahead and pull it out. Next one we're going to move on to is going to be the NE66. So drop this one in. And go ahead and search that up on my device here. Okay, and the bidding on this one is actually 3312, and then the second track is 2134. Okay, and I actually pulled up 3312, and we have a little problem here. Now it actually read 2434 when the bidding on this is actually 2134, and you can clearly see it identified the green outline is where the key is at, so you know that's not a 4. So you're actually able to And this is something you shouldn't have to do. Obviously, it kind of defeats the whole purpose of this thing. So if you go just hit the down arrow here, it goes 3, 2, 1. You can see that now it's actually on the outline of the key. That green line is the, you know, the depth. So it should be 2, 1, 3, 4. So it read it incorrectly. So it's the first one that gave us any issue here. Try just reading it. I'm gonna try just reading it one more time here. See if it does the same thing or not. Yeah, I flip the key around. 3, 3, 4, 2. So now it's actually even worse here. So it's got 2, 1, 3, 4. So it's actually got the B track reading right. But now we'll notice on the third position on the A track here, it read that as a 4 when it is very clearly a 1. Now you can see the outline of the key there. So it's read any 66 incorrectly. I'll probably see if I can submit that to Xhorse, see if they can look into that. That's didn't read correctly. Next up, got a HU100 8 cut. So we'll put this in here and be careful not to drop this one in either. Go ahead and search up the HU100 8 cut. Okay. And bidding on this one is 443-13423. So this one did identify this one correctly. So it's good there. Hang on to this one because it will fall in there. Next up, I'm going to read a B111. And this one I actually got from the junkyard here. Found it on the floor of the car and I was pulling a door lock for a video. So go ahead and drop this guy in. And search up B111 here. See how it does with this guy. Okay, it's reading 12122444313. So that's accurate. So it's decoded this one correctly as well. Pull that out. And next up, this is going to be an HU58 old BMW Key. Drop that in and search up HU58. Okay, let's see if we can read this one. And this one should read 233123, and then 134411 is what this one should read. And we got 22. Zoom in here. So we got 233 123. So yeah, so it's misread this one as well. See, it read 233113 when it's definitely not. And you can actually see in the picture there. And so the bottom track, 134411, it did read that correctly. We can definitely see though right here that that dot is not on the outline of the key, which is right there. So let me flip this around and try to read it again here and see. Just before I did the video here, I was actually messing around with this one here and did actually read this one correctly. So I didn't try all of them before I did the video though, but I did try this one. Oh shoot, sorry guys, I keep hitting cancel on it here. Alright, so let's give it another go here and see if it gets it correct. Okay, so it's telling us 233123, so it didn't read the top correctly this time, and then 134411, so it did read that correctly. I'm not sure what happened the first time here. This time when I put it in, I didn't drop it all the way down. I actually held it up a little bit and hit. I don't know what difference that makes, if any, but I did read it right the second time. And you can also, too, at least you can see on the picture too if it's wrong or not. Next one we're going to do is a B89 or a GM39. So it's another one you got to hang on to. Just going to put it past the cuts there and let it trap it. And we'll search up GM39 here. And the cuts on this one are should be 121, 32, 12, 312. And so identify. Okay, now it looks like it actually missed the first two cuts here. Oh, okay, see, we see on the picture I didn't put it in far enough, so that's my fault. User error there, so let me put it in further and try it again here. So this thing does decode a little bit faster than the using the actual machine itself. Okay, and that's reading me 121, 32, 12, 312. So that read perfect. You see our picture there; everything looks good on that. So GM39 worked well. And I'm going to try a SIP22. And I don't know if this is going to read letters or numbers here, but we'll find out. So we're going to search up SIP22. And I'll go ahead and identify this. And this one is ACBBCBAC is what the actual bidding is on this key, or 13223213. So it actually is reading us letters here. So puts a picture up there for us, and it's AC, BBC, BAC. So that read SIP22 perfectly. It's a real clean picture of it there too. Take this out. Of course, that's a Fiat 500 key. Yeah, I've got a Han 66 here. This one's a little bit slightly worn here, but we'll give this one a go. This one should be 35155 and 63545 is what this one should read. So let me go ahead and just search up Han 66. And we know there's no dolphin connected. Let me zoom out here. So let's see if we can read this guy. Alright, did read it. See, it's going to transfer the picture over to me. And showing 351551, which is correct. The last cut's always going to be a 1. And 63545. So that actually read that perfectly. That's Han 66. Read that one. That one good. And then I figure we get into some motorcycle keys here. These are shoulder stop keys. I've got a, this is a Suzuki key. It's a SUZ18. It's from a Gixxer. Of course, that key blank is not in the Xhorse software for whatever reason, so that's the same specs as a Yamaha's a YM63, so put that in and I will search up that key instead. YM63. You'll see if it can identify the cuts on this one. This one should be 2431, 314 is what this should read. And it's actually 243, 1314. So it's actually identified this one perfectly. 243, 1314. It's a YM63, or it'll also be an SUZ18 or any of the Suzuki keys that are like the SUZ12 and whatnot. And then last one we'll do here is a Han, well, it's actually an HD74. I'm going to go ahead and put this in under Han 39 is what I'll use on this. That's what I use to cut these. And it's actually in my favorites here, so do a fair amount of motorcycle keys. And really you don't even need this thing 3 depths. You can eyeball them all, but this one is especially easy. And we'll go ahead and see if we can read it anyway. And it's telling us 11312, which is perfect. That's exactly what it is. So very clear picture on that guy too. So that's a HD74. That worked perfectly. You could do an HD75 and read it under the same key also, the HU100. And last but not least here, one that does not work at all is the Tibbe. I'm going to search up FO21. So that's a Tibbe key, and we have a Tibbe key right here. And I'll try putting this in. And give us an error on it here. At least it was I was messing with this earlier. The identification failed, unknown key type. So try even like lifting it out like maybe more and see. I didn't try this earlier, so I just pulled it way out. Because I would think it wouldn't even try to read it if it wasn't possible, but yeah, it didn't work either. So let me try putting it in just right where the cuts start and see if that does anything. Yep, so it doesn't look like I can actually read a Tibbe key here. Or maybe if we turn it this, maybe just try turning it sideways just for the heck of it here. So apparently it doesn't like Tibbe keys, or I guess any 66 very much either, but this is actually 13 keys we're trying here, and it's gotten, you know, 11 out of the 13 right, and the other one was super close. But anyway, so that's just putting it through its paces. I mean, do you really need one of these things? Absolutely not. You can decode them with the key machine. You can eyeball them. You can leash the door. There's all kinds of ways you can do this without spending, you know, almost $400 on this thing. Why do you have it, or why do I have it, you ask? I like gadgets and I hate money, so that's really the only reason I bought it. But if you have any comments, you can put them below the video here. If you want to like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff, you can do that too. And I guess I'll put my playlist, all my leashy videos on my other channel on the screen here, just in case anybody's interested in checking out some leashies. And really, that's all we got for this one, people. We'll talk to everybody later.